Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. I want to thank you for coming out to another episode of From the Desk of Dr. Ron. I tell you, boy, it's going to be an interesting topic, so you're going to want to share this one with everybody. First thing I do, excuse me, is before I get started, is I like to give a shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Excuse me, I had to clear that out of there. It was getting stuck. Dr. Hunt has been in my life for 30 plus years as a mentor, and I tell you, he has blessed my family greatly over those 30 years. So every chance I go live, I always like to give him a shout out to help encourage others to get a mentor and to also not just get a mentor, but follow his lead. Do what he does because he could be a blessing to you and your family as he leads you into your blessings. So, once again, get a mentor, pray for him, hang close to him because they have a job to do and you can make their job a whole lot easier if you get a good mentor who knows how to lead you and guide you into your blessing. All right, well, moving along. As you can see, the conversation on this week is men's health. We need to take time to find out about what our health is. We had a conversation on Thursday on another show that I do on Street News Now, and I did a public service announcement. And, being totally transparent, I always like to use real life scenarios to help bring teaching lessons. So about a month ago, I had tested positive for COVID, and I survived. Of course, I have not. Me and my doctor have decided that taking the vaccination was not the best thing for my health situation. So when I got the symptoms, I just did what I do, and by the grace of God, I was able to recover from COVID with no problem. Also, on this week, I was scheduled to have a colonoscopy. Well, some people say that's a routine procedure, and no big deal. But I have taken colonoscopies for the last 4 years, 3 of the last 4 years. So obviously, it's something in my, colon that they trying to keep an eye on to make sure that it does not escalate into a dangerous situation. Well, the only way that you can keep things from escalating into a dangerous situation, you got to subscribe to the test. So last year, around this time, I did the test. This year, I did the test. So I'm keeping on a routine to help them help me. We have to, as men, take our health a lot more seriously. I remember when the pandemic first started, they were telling us that the African American community, the black community, and the brown community were dying at an alarming rate because we had more underlying health conditions that when we got or got sick with the COVID, it killed us. It was more of those communities that passed away because of complications that we had already that we didn't know about. So to me, that's something that can be changed, addressed, dealt with. We need to do better. Men, we need to do better. Women, we need to encourage our men to do better. And I include women in the conversation because Women can get a man to do anything that she want him to do. Yeah, I said that out loud. If you have a husband or a significant other and you want him to do something for you, you know how to go about doing it. So sometimes you may have to take him by the hand and lead him to the doctor's office and say, "Hey, let's do a once over. Let's check from the top to the bottom." I told him on the show on Thursday, I'll be turning 65 on the 12th of this month, and I wanted to have the oil checked and kick the tires because I'm in this for a long journey. And anybody that understands how automobiles work, you have to do those things when you take a long trip because you don't want to be between here and there and something goes wrong that could have been prevented. Okay, so we got to do preventive measures, preventive tests. We have to do things that we need to do in order to be able to prepare ourselves for this long journey that we're on. And one of the things that encouraged me to give that testimony was on last week, I heard a story. I got a phone call, and there was a young man that was found slumped over in the car, and it was not because of foul play. His wife called up the police and said, "Well, hey, my husband didn't make it home from work today. Could you please check and see where, if something has happened to him?" So when the police found him, he was slumped over in the car, and it was no foul play. So according to his wife, his doctor had been telling him he needed to come in because you have some conditions that we need to help you, control. And he never went. And now he's not here anymore. And he left behind a family to suffer because he did not take the necessary steps and precautions to safeguard his health. So to me, that was a heartbreaking story, and I just like, wow, we gotta tell our brothers to do better. Sometimes you don't know that you have something going on with you, but you're afraid to find out. We has on the show 6 Guys and You, and 2 of the guys that were on the show shared. Actually, everybody kind of shared their health experiences. And, 2 of the guys were saying, well, I was afraid to go. I didn't want to know, because when you go to the doctor, they always find something. Well, just because they mention something that they see doesn't mean that's a death sentence, and if they find something, then you can always go do some research and try and straighten out what they have found so that they don't see it anymore. But knowledge is power. The scripture says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. It's the stuff that we don't know that's going to kill us, not the stuff that we know. So there are multiple ways to address health issues if you have health issues. You just got to sit down and do some homework. You can't let this thing overpower you. I remember when my dad turned 63, almost turned 63. He passed like 1 month before his 63rd birthday. And, it was kind of heart-wrenching because he did not take care of his health. I had an uncle who didn't take care of his health. They told him he needed to stop drinking, and he didn't. They told my dad, you need to stop smoking cigarettes, and he didn't. So he made the choice to go out the way that he wanted to go out, but he didn't have to leave here when he did. So I said all that to say that you need to take care of yourself. You need to take heed of yourself. I talk to my son all the time. I said, son, you need to stop smoking cigarettes. You have a son, and I know you want to be around here for him to enjoy you being his father. Then you have to take some steps in order to want to be here. And cigarette smoking can shorten your life or shorten the quality of your life. So you have a choice to make. If you want to be here to see your son do some things, and you want to do some things with your son, then you got to do what you got to do. I do what I have to do because I want to be here. When I turned 63, I shouted to the high heavens. I passed my father's 63 mark. So I said, wow, I got a chance to go 20 more years because I take the time to go and find out what's wrong with this body. Well, we know ain't no help for my brain, so that will not ever be improved. But for my body, I need this body to help me make the journey. So I look forward to being here with you guys and sharing information and doing what I do right here on YouTube so that you guys can learn from my experiences and from my journey, and hopefully it'll help you and encourage you. Women, grab your man by the hand and take him to the doctor. Let's find out together. Come on, take him. Grab him by the hand. Come on, we're going to find out what's wrong with you. And if there's nothing wrong, good. We're going to be back again next year to make sure that nothing is wrong. Okay? So that's my story for today. I appreciate you guys stopping in, tuning in, following me here on YouTube from the desk of Dr. Ron. I want to encourage you guys to follow me on my other shows. Each and every Tuesday, follow me right here on YouTube with the Ask Dr. Ron show. Also do a Black History Moment each and every Sunday, so you can tune in tomorrow for that. You can follow me on Street News Now each and every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook and on YouTube. And of course, I do this show each and every Saturday at 12 noon. I really appreciate your support. Please go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. Support all of my advertisers and sponsors. They make it possible for me to do what we do here on YouTube. You can also subscribe, like, and share. I want to thank everybody that have made contributions to support what we do over here. And I just want to thank you. I can't thank you enough. This is all the ways that you can make donations. Please continue to keep up the good work. You guys come back and see me tomorrow. We're going to be doing a Black History Moment on tomorrow. So look forward to seeing you there. Take care.